It's Monday, January 9th, 2017, and I'm going to give you some business advice. Welcome to the DO Boxing Show. I'm your host, Dameon Okposio. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. And in this episode, I want to give some business advice to, the young people that are coming up in the sport that may be looking for some business advice and haven't found it yet, or even people that are already in the sport and established for a while. So I guess maybe the first thing to start off would be to give a little bit of a background on myself for people that don't know. So a little bit about my history, just to breeze through it. I was born in Toronto, and I grew up in Toronto. I ran away from home at 10 years old and ended up in foster care, moved around from group home to group home, and ended up moving out on my own at 16 years old. And from there, I always worked and did numerous businesses, small businesses. I did a lot of network marketing, did a lot of network marketing companies. At first, I didn't make a lot of money doing network marketing, but as a student, because the way that the tax worked, I was able to claim everything, and I was always making back more than what I spent. So if I joined network marketing for $200 for the year, and I was able to claim my lifestyle through the network marketing, even if I didn't sell any product, I would usually get back about $1,000, $1,200 at the end of the year. So for me, it was worth it making the additional $800 to $1,000 at the end of the year. So from there, I was doing business from a very young age. Not that I was any good at it, but it all culminated in giving me experience. And, one of the big things that I would say to a lot of young people is you have to invest in yourself. I remember there was a time when I was working for about $6 an hour. I was doing security at a hospital, and I had a friend who was making at that time probably around $70,000 a year in computers, doing computer programming, and it was really good paying. And at that time, I invested in a program, the Tony Robbins program, Personal Power. And the program was expensive. I think it was probably about $700, plus they had an audio program that they sent you every month, which was like an additional, I think $20 or something like that. But at that time, for me, it was a huge expense. I had to save up for a few months in order to even order the program, but I made the investment in myself. My friend who was making the $80,000 a year at that time wanted to duplicate the program, and what he didn't understand, when I didn't want to give it to him to duplicate, because I didn't want to miss out on any of my cassette tapes and DVDs and CDs, is that it was a program that you had to use every day, and you had to use it more than once, or you could use it more than once. So everything in the program you definitely needed to have. And he didn't want to make that investment in himself. So 20 years later, he still hadn't done the program. And just as an example, in the last decade, I've amassed, I've been able to earn $1.5 million. And, he is making a lot less than what I'm making a year now. So investing in yourself can make a huge difference. So I guess that would be the number one thing. You have to invest in yourself. Investing in yourself, people always say that. What does that mean? It means taking courses. Not everything, when people are saying investing in yourself, it doesn't always mean spending money on yourself. Sometimes it's the time, because you can research the information that you need now through YouTube, Google. There's a lot of resources that are out there that you could virtually get for close to nothing. And you got to invest the time into making yourself better, making yourself more knowledgeable. I'm a grade 10 dropout. I've got I went and did the high school equivalency test, and I've done a little bit of college, but I don't have any degrees, and a lot of the information that I have is self-taught. I want to learn about economics. I got an audio program on economics, and while I was traveling the subway or driving, I would listen to it, and I did a lot of learning through audio programs. So learning doesn't just happen in the classroom, it can happen anywhere. That being said, I'm going to give you 3 names that I believe that you should look up. They're on YouTube. You can get a lot of their programs for free, basically, just by looking them up. So the 3 names are Tony Robbins. I really believe in his message, what he says, and his methods. They've worked for me. Second is Eric Thomas. Eric Thomas is probably this generation's Tony Robbins. And, he says nothing but the truth in his own way. And lastly, the last name is Les Brown. And Les Brown is more for my generation or the generation before my generation. But I like listening to him even today because a lot of the things when it comes to business and success, the fundamentals don't change. They're the same. So whether you're listening to someone from 40 years ago or someone from now, the messages are still going to be there and they're going to be clear. So, it's always good to listen to them on a daily basis. You don't want to be necessarily motivated, in terms of just getting a short burst of motivation and then you're back to being inconsistent. What I found to be consistently pushing, consistently motivated, consistently happy is you have to look for the things that you want in terms of success, whether it's money or being happy, and you got to condition yourself with that information every single day, because there's always going to be people that are going to talk you down and not going to give you the credit for the work that you put in, and you have to be able to give that to yourself. You look at some of the legends of the sport that are out there. You look at somebody like Floyd Mayweather, who has been the highest paid athlete for a number of years, who's come out of boxing not only with a perfect record, but with all of his faculties, and people still criticize him. He has a whole lot of haters and people that doubt his accomplishments, and we all know 99% of those people have not accomplished a fraction of what he's accomplished. I'm not saying that he should be the standard for everyone, because not everybody can reach that standard and not everybody wants to reach that standard. But what I'm saying is, even somebody that's achieved that kind of success will get a lot of criticism and detractors, and you have to make sure that you are staying focused on the path that you want to be successful. If you want to just rent an apartment and be able to train fighters, and that was your goal, then you're successful. So success is measured by whatever you want to do, but we all need assistance to get there. Remember, also, if you're looking to make money as an amateur in and out of the ring, become a manager, promoter, and you're looking for assistance, you can always contact me for DO International Boxing Consulting. Again, $50 an hour, and I can lay out the foundation for whatever it is that you want to do within the boxing industry, because since about the early 90s, I've pretty much touched a lot of facets of the game, from competing to managing to promoting and publishing within the sport. Again, there's a lot of free avenues out there, and make sure you exercise those avenues first. You always want to go to what's free and then invest your time, and then if you have to pay for something, pay for it. And then once you do pay for it, execute it, use it, find out if it actually works for you. That's the message for today. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, you can ask us any questions related to boxing by sending us a message through Twitter at DOKPOSIO or through email okposio@hotmail.com. And you can subscribe through YouTube, going to Dameon Okposio to get every episode of the DO Boxing Show. Thanks for tuning into this episode, and we'll catch you on the next one.